Hello and welcome to Living by Design. Today we have a fantastic show. We're going to be making gourmet tailgating food. We have Only Herbs and the owner, Joe Marshall. You don't want to miss this show. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Cruz & Company Salon, located at 9466 Navarre Parkway in Navarre, Florida, is proud to sponsor Living by Design with Faith Ellisor. Whether young or young at heart, let Cruz & Company give you a style that will turn heads. Cruz & Company offers the most innovative techniques for all members of the family in hair coloring, absolute pampering in our nail salon, as well as the most chic and contemporary hairstyling. Waxing and other grooming services are offered as well. You may contact Cruz & Company at 850-939-8692.
Gadsden Street United Methodist Church, located at 901 East Gadsden Street in Pensacola, welcomes you to worship with us this Sunday. Our relaxed worship service begins at 11 a.m. and Sunday school for all ages is at 9:30. Pastor Bobby Ellisor and the congregation invite you to join them this summer for exciting events and opportunities to meet new friends. Find us online at GadsdenStreetMethodist.com or on Facebook. You are loved and welcomed at Gadsden Street United Methodist Church.
And welcome back. We're so glad you've decided to join us today on Living by Design. I'm Faith Ellisor, and you know, the Lord has told us in Jeremiah 29:11 that He knows the plans He has for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And that's what we're all about at Living by Design. That's why we call it Living by Design. And today I have a fantastic friend, Joe Marshall of Only Herbs. Welcome, Joe. I'm so glad you're with us today. And God had a wonderful design for her, and then she shared it with the whole world, and we're going to be cooking today.
Yep.
We're going to be gourmet cooks today. Okay, so we've gotten some stuff started here, so tell us about what we've got going on here.
Okay, well, the first thing I will be making for you today is it's called Roll Tide breakfast rolls, and how appropriate.
Roll Tide! Yes, Roll
Guess
Tide.
who Faith is rooting for today?
No, they would never guess.
Well, what I've done is I have scrambled some eggs, and we have seasoned those with our Faith's blend and also with my original seasoned salt.
My two favorite.
Yep.
Those are my favorites.
Yep, those
Yes.
are our best sellers as far as my gourmet seasoning line goes.
Well, we want to know all about the story of that too. So you go ahead and start telling us
Okay.
what we've got, and then you tell us about these
Alrighty.
seasonings. And
Okay.
things like that.
Well, what I want to do is I want to add some cheese to this. So we want to get the cheese.
Everything's better with cheese in it.
Yes, ma'am. And it's just regular Colby Jack cheese.
And about how much and how many eggs and all that.
We have 6 eggs that I have scrambled, and of course I added the Faith and the seasoning. And I start with about half a teaspoon of each. And if you like it a lot more seasoned, then just go ahead and just season it to taste. Because I've learned throughout the years I've been doing this since 1996 that everybody has their own personal flavor of seasoning.
And the Faith's blend has garlic and onion and
Garlic,
what else?
onion, salt, and pepper, and we only use sea salt. Okay, and we are adding half a cup of the Colby cheese here to this, and we're going to let that just stir it in so it melts really good.
And no MSG.
Nope, all of my products are all natural. That is why I started my company, because I'm allergic to MSG, and
Me too.
there's just so many bad side effects with it. People add it for a food enhancer. I don't know if you know that or not. And so with my products, you taste only the seasonings, and that's it. There's no junk added.
So good.
Very good. And just want to kind of give you a little bit of story about my Faith's blend, hence the name, right? But Faith had asked me if I would recreate a seasoning that she loved a long time ago, and she had lost the bottle, I think, right? And so she told me what the ingredients were, and it was a God thing. I got it just the first try, and so I named it after her. And that is a great stepping to be able to witness to somebody. Is they ask me the story behind it, and I'm able to tell them, and then it opens up the window for me to share Christ with my seasonings.
And I love garlic, and so we just wanted something that had lots of garlic and onion, and I put this in everything. Faith Splend, I put it in everything. If it's not sweet, it has Faith Splend in it. And everybody always wants to know, what's your secret ingredient? It's Faith Splend. I put it in cornbread. I put it in soup and chili and sauces. It's awesome.
And another thing that you can do with Faith, and this is what I tell my customers, when you have a roast or pork chops or something from the grocery store, go ahead and take it out of the package, season it real well on both sides, stick it back in the freezer, and it's already seasoned when the meat thaws out.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we doing next? We've got
All right,
the cheese.
Next, we're going to add the cheese. We're going to add a package of 16-ounce pork sausage, and I've already fixed that as well. So we're going to add this, stir it up really good, get it all mixed together, and then we're just going to take a tortilla shell and we're going to spoon it right in the tortilla shell. And I like to mix it all together. Now some people do it,
So it's kind of like a
one
breakfast
at a time.
burrito combination type thing. That looks really
And it's
good.
very,
well,
very
the audience
good.
is going to get to try those out pretty soon. And while you're rolling those up, I'm going to start, if I can get it all done before we go to break. This is another one of my favorite recipes that I kind of just threw together, making the Faith Splend. And this is one of my favorites, my family's favorites, on Football Saturday. And what you're going to do is use a block of cream cheese. This is so easy. You just use a block of cream cheese. 8, remember 8. You need an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You need 8 ounces of sour cream. And you're going to use also 2 cups of mozzarella cheese, which is usually the way it's sold in a package. So we're going to empty this package of mozzarella cheese in there. So you've got your cream cheese, your sour cream, your mozzarella cheese. You're going to measure, I don't know if you know this, but if you take your palm and you fill your palm, that's about a tablespoon, okay? So I do 2. Throw that in there. And then you're going to use 1 can of artichoke hearts. I like to use the baby ones because they're smaller, they're more tender. And you can cut them up if you like. Sometimes I just cut them in half. And you're going to use an entire can of those. You're going to put those in there. And then you're going to use fresh spinach, not frozen, okay? You're going to use a whole bag. And you're going to mix it all with your hands. It's the best part of cooking, getting dirty. So you're going to mix it all with your hands. You're going to put it in the oven, 350. Spray your pan with olive oil. And you're going to mix all of this together, pop it in the oven for 350 in about 15, 20 minutes. It's the best artichoke dip that you can have. So you've got, go ahead, what you got? Tell us what you got.
Just rolling up my Roll Tide breakfast rolls here. And the reason why I'm doing this this egg combination is you have to get your day started right. You need protein.
Absolutely.
I know I do.
Absolutely.
So
And
when
that keeps
you're
you
on
full,
your way,
right?
yep, it
keeps
absolutely
you full
does,
and keeps
and
you from being hungry.
And it does. It's good for you, and you need something hot, and the kids will absolutely love
And
this.
it's perfect for those morning games, you know, because I get up on game day, I get up and I start cooking, and my family can attest to this. I get up at 7 and start cooking. So, and we eat all day. I'm not kidding. It's
I'm
like
coming
a
over.
tailgate.
I'm coming over to your house
You
for
come
tailgate
on. Most
party.
people just come to my house for the food. They
Absolutely.
don't care about the football game.
Yep.
So we're going to finish this up, and we're going to pop these in the oven. And when we come back, we're going to actually pull someone from our audience so you can see just how easy it is to be gourmet. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Living by Design. Lighthouse Private Christian Academy is the leader when it comes to quality Christian education. Lighthouse Private Christian Academy offers technology, zoology, and kinetic education in classes as French, Spanish, journalism, iPad instruction, and much, much more. Offering classes from VPK through 9th grade, Lighthouse Private Christian Academy has campuses in both Gulf Breeze and Pensacola. You may contact Lighthouse at 850-889-2597.
Great cooks know the importance of adding herbs and spices to their dishes, and Only Herbs Gourmet Seasonings excite your taste buds, making you a bona fide culinary expert. Our products are all natural and contain no additives, sugar, preservatives, MSG, or food dyes. Try Only Herbs Gourmet Seasoning and rest assured you're using only the best organic spices for all you do. Visit our website and try some today. The proof is in the tasting.
And welcome back. We're so glad you're back with us. We have been making some really, really good stuff. It smells so good in here, Joe. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've been talking about the Faith Blend. We've talked about the original seasoning, but you also have something, and I don't want to hear any smart comments about this because this was not my idea, but you have Redneck Seasoning, a Redneck seasoning line, and we're going to be making some dips with that. Okay, so tell us about your Redneck line.
Okay, well, this is something that I started about a year ago, and everybody just loved our dips that you can make with the Faith Blend and with the original. So what we did was we have put those in dips that are ready to use. You just open the package, pour it in, stir, and that's it. The one, and of course, if you're having a redneck line, then you have to have funny redneck names, right?
That's
okay,
right.
so we're in the South, and we know all about that. All righty, so over here, I have your Redneck Mansion Party Dip, and that is one of my best sellers. It is a dip that has a little kick to it. There's no cayenne, and remember, all of my products are all natural. No MSG, no sugar, no preservatives. Everything is very, very, very good quality herbs and spices.
And they can find all that on the website too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You have a website, and the website is
Onlyherbs.org.
onlyherbs.org, and they can order anything that they've seen here today and then some,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so what's the next
Okay,
one
the
we
next
have?
one is my cotton pick and dip mix.
Love it.
And this is actually Faith Blend that we went ahead and put it in our redneck line, so you can just, you know.
I don't want to hear
Just
any reason
stir it
why
and
you
that's
did
it.
that. Okay. So,
And the next one is Awesome Possum Seasoning. Now, I want everybody to know, I promise, there is no possum in this seasoning. You would be surprised.
how many people ask you that? Okay. Well, you know, one of our producers, he has a whole story. He probably could have used some of that a couple of weeks
But this
ago.
is actually a seasoning that I made, and we found out that it makes a fantastic dip. So it doubles up as a seasoning and a dip.
And you know, what I have found in using your, the dips and making the dips is that you can use Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, in place of sour cream. But
Absolutely.
do not use non-fat sour cream. It does not taste the same. So you can use sour cream or Greek yogurt, and it's great when you mix up these dips. It's your binding agent for like tuna salad, chicken salad, potato salad. It's so good, and then everybody wants to know, how did you make this? What's in it?
And another thing with our Redneck Mansion, instead of using tartar sauce, you can use that as your shrimp.
That would
you know,
be
and
good,
for
yeah.
fish, and we also put it on roast beef sandwiches or pastrami. It's really, really good.
Well-
and the hang on one second, the cotton pick and dip mix is good in potatoes.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's the Faith Blend, right? It is. Very good. Well, we're going to make another little real easy finger tailgating food, and we're going to be using one of your dips, and we're going to invite Evelyn. Where is she? She's over here. Evelyn's going to come up from our audience and participate just to show everyone just how easy this is. Evelyn, welcome. We're so
Hi,
glad you're
thank
here.
you.
Now tell us your name. Of course, we already said your first name, but where you're from. And
Evelyn, I'm from local here in Pensacola, Florida.
awesome. And Evelyn, do you cook?
Not as much as I should, but yes.
Okay, so Evelyn's going to show everybody just how easy this is for the professional cook or the non-professional cook, just how easy this
Just
is.
how
So
easy it is.
we're going to be making,
The first thing we're going to do is I want you to make my beer belly dip mix. And no, there's no beer in here, I promise. So go ahead and open the package up. Now, the beer belly dip mix, actually you get 2 dips in this. So use half the package and then just stir it in. 16 ounces of sour cream.
and this is in comparing it to your normal line, this would be like
The original blend.
the original blend. Okay, that's one of my favorites too. I've not had any product that's not my favorite.
Yeah.
They're all so good.
And we usually mix this up in a mixing bowl, which makes it easier. You know, we've got a smaller bowl here, and it's ready to go. You don't have to let this sit for 30 minutes if you're in a hurry. And that was another thing with the other dips. They're really good if you let them refrigerate them for about 30 minutes, so the flavors will have a chance to marry and come out and just be delicious.
Especially the ones with garlic in it, I found,
Yes.
because that plumps back up and the garlic plumps back up, and you really
Perfect.
get that bite to it.
Okay, so that's our beer belly dip mix, and that's very
That was
good.
very. And now you just
That's
made a
easy.
gourmet dip.
That's it.
Look at me.
Yep.
See, you didn't know. You're so good, Evelyn.
Okay.
We'll
and
be
then-
home for dinner. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. The next thing I would like for Evelyn to assemble is my caprese skewers with only herbs original blend. And this is so easy, y'all. I mean, if you cannot cook and you want to impress your friends or your family, you have to make this hors d'oeuvre. It is so, so good. Even your kids can help. So what I've done is I've taken some mozzarella cheese, and I just use the cheese stick, okay, because you're at a tailgate and it's supposed to be fast, quick, easy. So you just take a cheese stick and cut it up into cubes. I did take some grape tomatoes, cut those in half, and I sprinkled them with my original blend. And then you can either use basil or you can use fresh spinach, and fresh spinach is what we have today.
Or you can
And-
take your beer belly dip and use the rest of the pack, right? Because you only used half a pack.
Yeah.
So cut down on the stuff you're packing to take along, right?
Yes, absolutely you can. Yeah. So if she wants to go ahead and assemble those for me, you just take a tomato and skewer that. And then, some spinach or some basil, whichever you like. And then, of course, the mozzarella cheese. And another tomato.
Look how cute
All right,
that
now
is.
that's good that way, but what we're going to do is we're going to put it on a plate. And now I want you to take some of our garlic olive oil and just drizzle over that. Okay, that's good. And then a little bit of the balsamic vinegar, and just a little bit goes a long way. Okay.
Ooh.
That's okay.
Or a lot.
No,
You-
that's
you-
all right. And then you just take this and you stir it together and you eat it, and it is absolutely delicious.
Okay, so now you have to try it and tell us how it is.
Yeah. Get you-
Balsamic vinegar is so good.
It is really, really good.
Thank
Really
you.
good. Oh,
Just
that
that
was so
easy.
easy. That was so easy. And so now we have just these little gourmet little bites, and it even looks pretty for Christmas. Look at that. I mean, it's the right colors. And now, what about with the dip? What is the best thing to go with the dip?
If you have these chips here, our Deliciously Sun chips, you can use those. Pretzels, if you want to try that.
And we're
Very
going to
easy.
take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out just what else we can make with only herbs and spices. We'll be right back.
The ministry of art is a lifelong treasure to be viewed by generations, and Betty Schubman's Emmaus painting prints brings forth the majesty of God's kingdom right into your home. With countless varieties of originals, prints, limited editions, and more. So bless someone today with the images that will convey our Father's love forever from EmmausPainting.com.
In the class, we got to shoot, edit, produce, direct, all the things that I have dreamed of doing.
You know, it was all hands-on. Teachers were great. Classes were great. It was a fun experience, and I just didn't want it to end.
Great classes, top-notch instructors. I would recommend it to anyone. Because of digital media education, I can do what I love and get paid for it.
There you go. Hobby Lobby is proud to sponsor Living by Design with Faith Ellisor. Located at 6235 North Davis Highway in Pensacola, Hobby Lobby offers everything for the professional or beginner hobby enthusiast. Weekly specials and online discounts can be found at hobbylobby.com. For specific needs or questions, you may contact Hobby Lobby at 850-478-4200.
And welcome back. And Joe, we have been doing some really good stuff. We're going to make some chips now, right, to go with our dips?
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're
let's
addicting.
get started.
All right,
And
what we're going to do now is, I don't mean to interrupt you.
nope, that's okay.
We're going to make homemade baked tortilla chips seasoned with my gourmet grillers. Now, this seasoning is good on any kind of meat, steaks, seafood, shrimp, whatever. I'm even going to use it today to season my tortilla strips, now, or my tortilla shells here. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to just spray a tortilla with olive oil, and then you're going to season it with our gourmet grillers.
You want to make sure you use the sprinkle side and not the dump it
Yes.
outside in.
And then you spray both sides, alrighty, and then you just season it liberally on both sides of this.
Okay, so if somebody's
Very
wondering what's in
easy.
it, what's in this?
Okay, I'm sorry. What's in it is 13 different herbs and spices. There's no cayenne. I do add some black pepper. If I tell you what everything is in it, I got to kill you, and I don't want to do that today.
Well, we don't want to know your secrets, but we know that it's all
Right.
natural,
But
no
it's-
sugars,
yes,
no
yes,
MSG,
absolutely.
and that sort of thing. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is just take a pizza cutter or a knife, and then you just cut the tortillas. Alrighty. And then you pop them in a 400 preheated oven, or I use my little toaster oven here. And then you bake them for probably about 5 minutes. Watch them for about 5 minutes.
And those will go real good with the dips that we made earlier,
Yes,
or just by themselves. Yeah.
They're wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
And we've talked a lot today about how you can cook with these spices and how you can add them to dishes and meats and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also just eat them right out of the jar, right, with oil and bread.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you've got
absolutely.
you've infused olive oil.
I did. I infused my some garlic olive oil yesterday, and I'm going to add that. We make an Italian seasoning. Now, this is not your regular store-bought Italian seasoning, okay? I use some of my original seasoned salt added to the herbs and spices, so it gives it a flavor. So when you use it, make sure you shake it up to incorporate everything. And now this makes a fantastic bread dipping. So that's what we're going to do here today. You just put the olive oil on a plate like I have here, and then you just, well, let's do the other side. And then you just pour it in, sprinkle it in as much as you want. My husband likes a lot of seasoning. Then you just give it a little stir. Well, we can do it with the bread. Give it a stir. And this is good if it sits for just a little bit too.
And I have used your this same
Should try
routine and put the cubed bread, put it in a baggie, and then sprinkle all of this in there, shake it up, and
Yep.
put it in a 400-degree oven and make your own croutons.
Yes.
And it's very,
It's
very good. A lot
delicious.
healthier. You know what's in it, and you can even sprinkle some cheese in there or whatever else you want to add to it. It makes really good croutons. And we've also used these kind of things too, like when you were talking about cooking eggs earlier, you can make the same kind of bread dipping mixture and use that in your eggs. So
Absolutely.
it's really, really good.
Yes.
Olive oil is really good for
Olive
you.
oil
anyway.
is very good for you. Another thing with my Italian seasoning, of course, it's good on bread. I mix it with butter and we put it on bread, you know, and put it in
Put
the
it in the
oven.
oven?
It's very good.
That would be good.
And then, of course, any kind of pasta sauce that you make, you know, sprinkle it on vegetables or just a number of things.
And one thing that's really important to know about Jo and her business is that Jo is a very strong Christian woman.
Absolutely.
Loves the Lord, and right here on the Gulf Coast. So everything that you have is good on seafood, fish. There's a great way to make fish, and you just put the face blend on it, wrap it up in a tinfoil pocket, and put it in the oven. It's amazing. But we know that one of the things you were saying during the break is season somebody, how did you say that?
Season someone's life with God's love.
Isn't that just great? And she does. I have known Jo for a very long time, and we actually met at a Christian retreat, and she's just a fantastic woman, and so good to have you on the show today. If you want to know more about the recipes that you've seen here today, if you want to know more about the company, or if you want to place an order, you can go to Jo's website, and that is
Onlyherbs.org.
onlyherbs.org. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Great cooks know the importance of adding herbs and spices to their dishes, and Only Herbs Gourmet Seasonings excite your taste buds, making you a bona fide culinary expert. Our products are all natural and contain no additives, sugar, preservatives, MSG, or food dyes. Try Only Herbs Gourmet Seasoning and rest assured you're using only the best organic spices for all you do. Visit our website and try some today. The proof is in the tasting.
Gadsden Street United Methodist Church, located at 901 East Gadsden Street in Pensacola, welcomes you to worship with us this Sunday. Our relaxed worship service begins at 11 a.m. and Sunday school for all ages is at 9:30. Pastor Bobby Ellisor and the congregation invite you to join them this summer for exciting events and opportunities to meet new friends. Find us online at GadsdenStreetMethodist.com or on Facebook. You are loved and welcomed at Gadsden Street United Methodist Church.
We're so glad that you were with us today. We have so much fun being Christians and just being with Christian friends. And you know, we cheer for our teams on Saturday. It doesn't matter who you cheer for. You're very passionate about that. But the best team to be on is to be on God's team. And maybe you've come to the point in your life where you realize, I need to be on that side. I do want to be a Christian. What do I do? Well, we would love to pray with you. And if you pray this prayer with us, please go to faithellisor.com and let us know about your decision to join God's team so that we can cheer you on and we can celebrate with you. Would you pray with us right now? Heavenly Father, thank you so much that you loved me so much that you sent Jesus Christ to die in my place to save me from myself and my sin. I respect that decision, Lord, right now. I accept you as my Savior. I accept you as the one who took my place. Come into my heart. Let me live for you. Let me cheer for you. Let me play for you, Lord. I want to be on your team. I right now deny myself and accept Jesus as my personal Lord and Savior. If you prayed that prayer with us, we want to know about it. Go to faithellisor.com and don't miss us next time on Living by Design.
Great cooks know the importance of adding herbs and spices to their dishes, and Only Herbs Gourmet Seasonings excite your taste buds, making you a bona fide culinary expert. Our products are all natural and contain no additives, sugar, preservatives, MSG, or food dyes. Try Only Herbs Gourmet Seasoning and rest assured you're using only the best organic spices for all you do. Visit our website and try some today. The proof is in the tasting.